हेलो टीचर्स, सब्सक्राइब करें हमारे इस चैनल को। सब्सक्राइब करने के बाद दोस्तों बेल आइकन को क्लिक करना ना भूलें, जिससे कि हमारे इस चैनल के नए नए अपडेट्स आपको हमेशा मिलता रहेगा। दोस्तों अपने मित्रों को भी शेयर करें ताकि वह भी हमारे इस वीडियो एवं चैनल से लाभ उठा सके। दोस्तों आज मैं इस वीडियो के माध्यम से एनआईएस का जो प्रैक्टिकल कोर्स स्कूल बेस्ड एक्टिविटीज़ है उसका जो सेकंड पार्ट मेंटेनेंस ऑफ स्कूल क्लास रिकॉर्ड्स एंड रजिस्टर का फर्स्ट पार्ट या फर्स्ट भाग, जिसे प्रिपरेशन ऑफ प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट ऑफ द पीपल्स को मैं इस वीडियो में बताने जा रहा हूँ। दोस्तों सबसे पहले आप अपना बेसिक इन्फॉर्मेशन दीजिए। नेम ऑफ द टीचर ट्रेनिंग, इनरोलमेंट नंबर, किस क्लास का आप प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट बना रहे हैं उसका देना है और किस डेट को पब्लिश करें उसका देना है। दोस्तों प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट आप अपने विद्यालय में जिस प्रकार प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट को तैयार करते हैं उसी प्रकार आपको करना ही है। यहाँ सिर्फ डेफिनेशन कुछ अलग दिया गया है और आपको उसको फॉलो करना होगा। दोस्तों प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट राइटिंग इज ऑलवेज अ स्ट्रेसफुल टाइम ऑफ ईयर फॉर टीचर्स। टू अ न्यू टीचर्स द टास्क कैन बिकम क्वाइट ओवरवेलमिंग। Where do I start? Where do I write? What do I write? How can I individualize my reports? The main aim of a report is to inform parents and students of a student's achievements at the time of reporting. It provides information on the progress the student has made since the last reporting period and outlines suggested steps that can be taken to ensure improvement are made. Collecting data throughout the school year is greatly important for report writing. It enables you to track the progression of each student and their learning, as well as provide you with a collection of quality evidence. Evidence also includes data collected by the teacher, such as anecdotal notes, tracking sheets and records of scores. Ensure you have evidence for areas of strength and improvement, ways in which the school has or will support the child, and how parents can assist their child at home. ये सिंपल डेफिनेशन मैंने दिया है प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट का। अब इसके बाद देखिए असेसमेंट। प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट में क्या क्या असेसमेंट आपको करना है। Assessment can be defined as the systematic collection, interpretation, and use of information about learning. It gives teachers a better awareness of what pupils know and understand, what their learning experiences enable them to do, and what their skills and personal capabilities are. इसी बात ये असेसमेंट का ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ असेसमेंट। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट देखिए, इस प्रकार मैंने कुछ पॉइंट्स को बनाया है। ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ असेसमेंट। द फॉलोइंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ असेसमेंट आर एज फॉलोड: be complementary to and supportive of learning, be valid and reliable, be fit for purpose and manageable, support teachers professional judgment and support accountability. तो ये ऑब्जेक्टिव हमने किया असेसमेंट का। पर्पस ऑफ असेसमेंट, पर्पस ऑफ असेसमेंट। असेसमेंट इज द लिंक बिटवीन टीचर एंड लर्निंग, teaching and learning. It is important because without it there is no way to anticipate what pupils will actually take from their classroom experiences, and this might be quite different from what was intended. Assessment helps teachers find out what has actually taken place in pupils developing understanding during a sequence of teaching and learning. Teachers may use a range of strategies that can provide information about pupils' progress, including यहाँ कुछ पॉइंट हमने दिया। देखिए, टीचर्स ऑब्जर्वेशन ऑफ पीपल्स एंगेजिंग इन क्लासरूम एक्टिविटीज। सेकेंड, टीचर ऑब्जर्वेशन ऑफ पीपल्स प्रेफरेंसेस। टीचर्स चेकिंग ऑफ pupil work, pupils checking each other's work, and similar forms of peer assessment, questioning to check for understanding, end of topic test, exam, and the declaration of the progress report. इसके बाद आइए टाइप्स ऑफ असेसमेंट, आपको किस प्रकार का असेसमेंट करना है, क्या क्या टाइप्स असेसमेंट का। असेसमेंट प्रोसेस कैन बी यूज फॉर डिफरेंट रीजंस एट वेरियस स्टेजेस इन द लर्निंग सीक्वेंस। तो असेसमेंट को मैंने 4 भागों में बांटा गया, आप लोग भी जानते हैं। फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट, समेटिक असेसमेंट, डायग्नोस्टिक असेसमेंट, इवैल्यूएटिव असेसमेंट। फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट में देखिए, formative assessment is the use of day-to-day, often informal assessments to explore pupils' understanding. It enables the teacher to decide how best to help pupils develop that understanding. Any assessment can be used formatively, and it's important to distinguish between the process of formative assessment and the actual assessments used by teachers. Making this distinction is crucial because a common interpretation of formative assessment is that a series of summative assessment constitute formative assessment. This is very much not the case. What makes an assessment formative is what the teacher does with the information it generates. Unless the result of the assessment is used to change something in the teaching or learning, there is nothing formative taking place. It should be noted that assessment can often be used for both formative and summative purposes. Formative and summative are not labels for different types of forms of assessment, but describe how assessments are used. For example, a task or activity is not formative unless the information it provides is actually used to progress learning. तो ये रहा formative assessment की कुछ जो है धारणाएं। इसके बाद देखिए समेटिव असेसमेंट। Summative assessment usually takes place after pupils have completed unit of works or modules at the end of each term and or year. तो दोस्तों फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट आप जो डे टू डे फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट आप डेली कर सकते हैं, डेली करते हैं। आपको जो लेसन जो आप पढ़ाते हैं बच्चों को, इसके बाद आपको फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट करना है। और समेटिव असेसमेंट हो गया क्या है, टोटल आपका जो एक टर्म होता है उस टर्म खत्म होने के बाद एंड ऑफ द टर्म the information it gives indicates progress and achievement, usually is grade related or numerical terms. It's the more formal summing of a pupil's progress. This information can be provided to parents or used for certification as a part of formal examination courses. Summative assessment gives pupils, parents and teachers valuable information about a pupil's overall performance at a specific point in their learning. It provides information about their progress in subject knowledge, understanding, and third is the skill and capabilities. A grade or percentage can indicate a pupil rank in the class, year group, or performance in a qualification of a class. However, without additional information, this grade is of little value in improving the pupil's learning and will remain only a record of a point in a time. The key to improving learning is for teachers to share with pupils what these grades or numbers means in terms of what pupils has demonstrated they can do and what the next steps to improve their learning will be. Therefore, to be genuinely worthwhile, it is helpful to the pupils if summative assessments are also interpreted formatively before moving on. And the next is the diagnostic assessment. Diagnostic assessment is closely related to formative assessment. However, unlike formative assessment, which looks forward or considered next step, diagnostic assessment looks back to understand the pupil's current position. It often takes place at the beginning of a learning program and can be used to identify the pupil's strengths and areas for improvement. It can also be used to identify the nature of a pupil's learning difficulties and form the basis for intervention to address the learning difficulties identified. This information should be shared with the pupil to plan the next step to improve their learning. Next, assessment देखिए, evaluative assessment. The main purpose of evaluative assessment is to ensure that there is appropriate accountability at all levels for the performance of our school system. It is used to inform curriculum planning and provide information for monitoring and accountability. Evaluative assessment refers to those measures designed to ensure that an education system is functioning well, including concern about school and system performance. Purpose of evaluating assessment. Next देखिए, purpose of evaluating assessment. School can be used this data for school development and action planning. Teachers can also use this data to set class target to improve specific pupils outcomes. Part A. Part 1A, scholastic area. Overall grade for formative assessment over the 3 terms, F1 first term, F2 first second term, F3 and the second term needs to be given, and the overall grade for somatic assessment S1, S2 and S3 must be given. Details of assessment are given in details below. As far as scholastic be relating to works, experience, art, education and physical health education, games is concerned, the grading scale and indicators of assessment have been given. Part 2 को scholastic areas. Part 2 का जो कुछ सेकेंड पार्ट किया गया, लाइफ स्किल. These are to be filled in after a period of observations for 1 year by the Part 2 skill, life skill. These are to be filled in after a period of observation over 1 year by the class. Teacher is in consultation with the subject teachers. Student will assess on all the groups of life skills. The guidelines for filling these are given in details later in the documents. Part 2B, attitude and values. Attitude towards teachers, schoolmates, school programs and environment need to be assessed on a 3-point scale after observation over 1 year. The various tools and techniques to be used as well as the indicators of assessment need to be taken into consideration by the teachers. These will be filled in by the class teachers in consultation with all subject teachers. Part 3A, co-curricular areas. Co-curricular activities consist of literary and creative skills, scientific skills, aesthetics skills and the performing arts and clubs, which includes eco clubs, health and wellness clubs, etc. A student will be expected to choose 2 activities from these 4 groups and will be assessed on their levels of participation and achievement on a 3-point grading scales by the concerned teacher. Next देखिए part 3B, health and physical education. A student will be assessed on any 2 activities that are chosen from within the 8 different activities grouped under health and physical education. The objective is to benefit from the physical fitness activities to maximize health benefits. These will also be assessed on 3-point grading scales. They will be assessed by teachers involving in various activities in school. These have to be filled in after a period of observation over 1 year. The developing of good physical health, formation of positive attitude towards others, including environment, and cultivation of universal values is possible only through learners' involvement in life skills and co-curricular activities. नेक्स्ट देखिए, अब यहाँ से आपको जो है किस प्रकार आप प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट को बनाएंगे यहाँ पर दिया गया है. ये तो ऊपर था डेफिनेशन कुछ असेसमेंट का. ओवरऑल ग्रेड ऑफ फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट ओवर द 3 terms F1, F2, F3 and has 5 types of indicator. One in first participation, second questioning and experimentation, third interpretation and application, fourth empathy and cooperative, 5 creative and the aesthetic expression. These indicators will be marked as grade system. For example, suppose Ranjit is a student of class 4 and he obtained mark in the first term. In January 5 out of 10, February 6 out of 10, March 4 out of 10 and April 5 out of 10. Then he got overall mark 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 20. Divide it with 4 and his first indicator marks will be 5 and so on. इस प्रकार आपको प्रत्येक का जो है आपको निकालना होगा, पांचों इंडिकेटर का आपको मार्क्स निकालना है. Put the grade as grade skill system. Grading skill for formative assessment: A 75 to 100%, B 50% to 74%, C 25% to 49% and D below 25%. तो आपको फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट में आपको ग्रेड बैठाने हैं. Formative assessment will be used to assess the teaching learning of the subject of the syllabus. In order to help a student improve their performance level, the school shall diagnose their learning difficulties through formative tests right from the beginning of the academic year and bring it to the notice of parents at appropriate interval of time. They will recommend suitable remedial steps to enhance their learning capabilities. नेक्स्ट देखिए ओवरऑल ग्रेड. Overall grade of summative assessment S1 plus S2 plus S3 must be given. It has three different types of subject. It has different types of subject which is taught in the school. First language, second language, mathematics, ABS, and health and physical education or art education. Summative assessment will be divided into three terms and different marks. For class 1 and 2, total marks will be 50, and class 3, 4, 5, total marks will be 80. Some examples: first term 10 or 10, second term 10 or 20, third terms 30 or 50, and total 50 or 80. In summative assessment, Ranbir got the marks in the first term in the first language 6 out of 10, second language 8 out of 10, math 10 out of 10, EVS 4 out of 10, and health and art 8 out of 10. Second term and third term so on. इस प्रकार आपको सेकेंड और थर्ड टर्म इसी प्रकार बनाना है. Add all marks and put the grade according to the grading scale. Grading scale for summative assessment: A plus 90% to 100%, A 80 to 89%, B plus 70 to 79%, B 60 to 69%, C plus 45 to 59%, and C 25 to 44%. The overall assessment should be followed by the descriptive remarks by the class teacher about the positive and significant achievements, avoiding negative assessment even by implications. और मैंने एक इस प्रकार आपको अपना एक स्कूल का जो प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट आपके विद्यालय में या स्कूल में जो भी प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट होता है उसे आपको एक अटैच करना है. इसको पूरा भरना है. भरने के बाद आप जिस प्रकार अपने विद्यालय में जो प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट तैयार करते हैं उसी प्रकार आपको रिपोर्ट तैयार करना है. और लास्ट में देखिए सिग्नेचर ऑफ द ट्रेन टीचर, काउंटर सिग्नेचर ऑफ द हेडमास्टर ऑफ द ऑफिशियल, सिग्नेचर ऑफ द मेंटर, सिग्नेचर ऑफ द सुपरवाइजर. तो दोस्तों इस प्रकार आपको एक प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट किस प्रकार बच्चे का बनाना है उसके बारे में इस वीडियो में मैंने डिटेल्स में डाली है. दोस्तों बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमारे इस वीडियो को देखने के लिए. दोस्तों लाइक करें, कमेंट करें, अपने मित्रों को शेयर करें और उन्हें भी सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए कहें.